not to put that on camera. Not till I know about how the rules work with YouTube yet. So I just had my little soda here. Well, good afternoon, YouTube. What's going on? It's your favorite bear, California Bear619. I've been off air for a while, guys. I mean, I haven't done anything in at least a couple of weeks and stuff. Both on YouTube and watching YouTube and whatever. Anyways, I left off I think last time, and I might have done a live that I put it in private. About talking about my situation with my kidneys and stuff, right? Uh, Long story short, I just saw the specialist kidney doctor a couple weeks ago, and she got my lab work, and we went over it. And unfortunately, it's bad news because my kidneys are getting worse and worse. And let's just say they went they went from like 40 something percent to like 37% or whatever you want to like you rate it, whatever, between both kidneys working, functioning. That means I'll probably and I asked her, she's real realistic with me. I mean, I've been seeing her for roughly almost 3 years now, and I asked her, and she said 5, 10 years back then, a couple years ago, and 2 years later, I asked her, what's prognosis? What do you think the rate I'm going until I started being on dialysis? And she said 2 to 3 years. She went like this, but she didn't convince me in that third year. So time's ticking. That's that. I've been having problems since like probably late November even. Um, it's just been an intestinal problem. It's gotten a little better to the point where I can function. What else? The headaches have subdued somewhat. My prescription got changed, and I'm taking it at night. So, my sleep's still kind of off and on. It's not all night long or all day long. It's just breaks. But as opposed to like when I take the medication, I just like around 10 o'clock in the morning, I'm out till the evening. Now it's not like that. So they're not as strong and as common now as they were happening even up to a month ago. Uh, Dizziness, as long as I don't like make quick head movements, even especially like turn my head real quick, or whatever, I'll get up real quick from when I'm, in a stable position. I'm okay. Just talked to my cardiologist, and she said that I look good. The thing that I'm hooked up here, I got the implanted. She says it's fine. I did push the button twice, and that's because, and she gathered it was your not your blood pressure, but your heart rate that goes up. And every time it goes up to like 115 or higher for whatever reason, and my blood pressure is still normal, I used to think they're like hand in hand, but they're still like separate things, entities, I guess, if you want to call them. And your heart rate is actually your pulse rate as opposed to your blood pressure. So I used to get confused, but now since I'm keeping track of everything, that's where I'm at with that. The last but not least was the one that really knocked me out for like the last couple weeks. I was having problems with my backside over here, being by my kidney. Um, I don't know if you've ever been punched in the kidneys or like bumped or hit anything like on your sides. You got two kidneys, and I used to play sports in high school, and I believe it happened. It was football. It was football. Somehow I got hit in the back. I was a lineman, so we always got bumped around, whatever. Running backs or linebackers. Were always hitting us in the back. So, anyways, yeah, I mean, it felt like I got punched. Basically, have you ever been punched anywhere? Anywhere. If you've been punched anywhere in your body, other than your face, it feels different, right? So, an organ gets shocked. The shock to the system, and then it subdues. It starts subduing after a couple days. The meat starts going down. Well, this wasn't. This for like at least almost 4 days. It felt like I just got hit. So instead of the pain starting to subdue, it increased and it stayed there. So it went from a discomfort to a pain, and just I couldn't lay anywhere or sleep. I just roll up in a little ball, fetal position, and fall asleep. And I started drinking water. So I don't know if that was maybe part of it, but it was my kidney. I mean, I wasn't urinating blood or anything like that. I was expecting something, maybe some kind of, maybe a shutdown. I don't know. I don't know, guys. Why did you go to the hospital? Well, I've been to the hospital several times. That as soon as I get there, they can't wait to get me out. So, I was told already by people that have been through some of the things that I'm kind of going through or been through or whatever. They said as long as if you tell them you either can't breathe, I'm not going to do that unless that's happening, or you're defecating or you're urinating blood. That hasn't happened. Knock on whatever, So I'm okay. So the last couple of days, the pain started going down. And just where I'm walking around and everything. I mean, I was in bad shape, guys. So, oh god. Anyways, I'm back. Um, I keep like thinking about, dude. I don't want to make this channel about me, like, oh, what is me? I'm trying to explain and give a picture of what state my health, my physical body's at right now to do anything. On top of like my brain, being all scrambled at times, if not most of the time. Except there's times when I kind of make sense of things. Like sometimes I can tell what day of the week it is and what was I doing next. A lot of that kind of like just doesn't doesn't what I say. I don't want to say correlate, but doesn't go at a steady pace. Like it's kind of like I'm doing something and then somebody like when you see ants and stuff and you were like just like rub your fingers right there like on their path or blow some air and then they'll like and ants start going out. Yeah, that's how my brain starts going, dude. I'm like, whoa, and I can't figure out what that thought was, and I always keep going because that's where I was at. Anyways, I don't want to make this channel about that or what was me. I just want to explain stuff like that. But I'm gonna like step away from that now and really start making what this channel really is about. And really, what this channel is about me. I'm really hoping. Here we go with hopes. Uh, that I will be reunited with my son. My son's gonna be 4 years old on March the 11th. I have not seen him since he was a week away from me in his third month. And I just haven't made him back. This is where the health part comes in. It's been a big part where it hasn't let me travel or work or anything. So, anyways, this channel is for him so when he gets older and he understands some of the things about me and stuff, whatever. So it's gonna be a personal kind of like blog or I want to say like a video. To them, I just had it in my thought in my head, um, diary, like a video diary, and hopefully things that I can tell him as an adult, as a father should to a son, because I don't know how much longer I'm going to be here, and I don't know how long I'm going to be here as he gets older. So that being said, he's watching a lot of these things now, like the videos when on my Facebook. He's going in my own personal Facebook and seeing all the old videos of when he was a baby, from basically newborn. I still take play with him and stuff. So he's really watching that now. I put his short up there the other day. His mom was videotaping. He was watching that and he was laughing, cracking up. So that's what I'm hoping that eventually he'll start watching this when he gets older and understands. So, anyways, um, I want to tell my son, Osito. That's how I want to start talking to this the camera now. Osito, what is the I don't know then the title of the thing was. See how messed up I am. The title of not the most thing I like, but the one thing that actually, from the very first time I was in the Philippines to every time I'm there, and I'll make it easy before I forget. It's humility, being humbled. I get humbled. I mean, dude, as soon as I step out of the airport, what you start seeing. Um, those of you that have been to the Philippines know what I'm talking about when I say this, and I got to be very careful what I say and how I say it because to some people, poverty is like something, and then other people, poverty is like something else. But poverty is like really, there's different levels of poverty, all right? So that's what I'm going to say. You start seeing it all over the Philippines. Before I ever started visiting Cebu, obviously it was Metro Manila. And Manila, it is a city that is so compacted and everything, and I mean the number of people you see walking around, the jeepneys all stacked, on the same street, you know, uh, traffic, yeah, cars and motorcycles, uh, the amount of people and just all the businesses and stuff and everything on the street. You start taking notice also that a lot of people live on the streets. They don't even live in those barangays, or they don't live like in Tondo even, or whatever. They live right there on the street. Yeah, I just said Tondo. Tondo is like I don't want to say notorious, but it's a well known. I don't want to say slum, but it's an area of Manila that's like just like they live out in trash basically. That's all it is. People like do a lot of what do you call it, uh, recycling. But anyways, not even there. I'm talking about people who live on the street. Dude, they're just laying there, sleeping there. There's a mother and their kids or whatever. There's a lot of beggars. Uh, but I'm not saying when they're there, they're just like going about their business. The kids are getting a bath right there, like on the puddles of water, dude. Water that's just like in this, yeah, like sewage, whatever. That's in the puddles. You know, before it goes in the sewage, basically. I've seen people fight over trash to eat. And these were kids, little kids. And that's the thing. You can't save the world, and you can't save everybody. You know, um, it's not a bad thing to show kindness either. Um, but as soon as you like give one, you'll get swarmed by people and stuff. Um, I've done things like uh, I've gone into the 7-Eleven and got a couple bags real quick of bread and just whatever, and some snacks and whatever, milk, and give it to the moms. But as soon as you give one, like they'll see, dude, and you'll get swarmed. Like, oh my god. I've seen in the bar in the province. One time I was coming into Mindanao at the Cayuga de Oro, the ferry was coming in, so it was basically turning sideways and backing up, and I could see like grown kids, and I mean grown kids. I'm talking they were like anywhere from 8 to like maybe even 11 or so, boys and girls, fully naked, and I'm like, dude, how, you know, and it wasn't because they were like going in the water and stuff. It's just because they were like that, and it's like that's just. I asked somebody, and it's just that that's how poor they are. You know, I don't know if they're exploiting the kids or anything because I've seen that too, where they'll have some kids standing outside in front of Jollibee, and you offer them food, you'll buy them food, and they'll say no, they don't want it. They might a lot if they're hungry, they'll take it, but some don't. They say no, they don't want it, and I'm like, that's bizarre. But I catch on right away because you'll see somebody on the jeepney over there or on a motorcycle just kid hanging out. So that kid's using for money and stuff. So I mean, you just like I said, you got to be careful who you try to help and whatnot. So I remember one specific story. This always stays with me. That's that's my son's mother probably that just came in. I'll go in a minute right now. I'll make this real quick. Um, well, you know what? I'll leave it at that, guys. Let's just say, there's just a lot of stories I have because this one goes into like, it humbled me. And every trip, I get humbled, man. I mean, I really do. Uh, it makes me thankful for everything that I had growing up, opportunities, um, two parents that took care of me and stuff, and you know, that I never then went with that day without food, breakfast, lunch, or dinner. I mean, that was there. There was always food there. I had clothes, school supplies, school, whatever. I had those opportunities. A lot of opportunities that a lot of kids do not get in the Philippines. So I maybe kind of like put myself in that situation. Like, what? What if that was me? What? How would I react? Even with Mexico, when we moved from Mexico over here, as I got older, I was like, I don't want to say it was better, but for me, I realized that it was a better opportunity, in a lot of ways. I'm not saying anything bad about Mexico, their educational system or anything. I mean, Mexico, and I hate saying this, it wasn't as bad, nearly as bad at all to how it is now. So, I just get humbled, man. I mean, and the thing about Filipinos that no matter what state they're in, whatever, they're always smiling. They're always like, "Hey." And then there's a saying that I've learned before was it's more fun the Philippines, but there's another one, and this one is actually the one that really like sticks. This is that's life. It's life. Whatever situation you're in, that's life, and you have to make the most of it. All right, son. I'm gonna end this live, and hopefully try to start making some more on a regular basis. I got ideas I want to start talking about and stuff. All right, son. Love you, son. I'll catch you later.